Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 12 of Let's Play Loren, the Amazon Princess. Hope you guys are doing well and ready to check out more Loren. We are in Lothark, and we've just spent the rest of our money on equipment and stuff, mostly jewelry. I don't think I want to do any more tasks here. We can't get to General Samael, so let's go ahead and leave. And we have a lot of places we can go. How about we head to Horus? No town fame here. Let's see what their shop specializes in. A bit of everything here. Very cool. Ring of Accuracy, 10% critical hit. Wow. Necklace of Strength, very cool. Some bombs. Alright, so tasks here: defend farms, collect bounty 3 versus 3, root out corrupt militia. Right now, we're just going to go to General Ashtran. The first person they had to convince was General Ashtran. Without him, approaching General Samael would be impossible, so the party found him in his battle tent on the outskirts of the war. Hold, who are you people? This is a war zone. Greetings, General. I am Princess Loren of the Amazons, and this is Sir Polymesho. Polymo? The old wizard cracked a genuine smile, followed shortly by the battle-worn general. It really is you. How have you been, my friend? I've seen better days, but I fear I will see worse ones before they better again. Why? What troubles you? This war. The general shook his attention from Polymesho and looked at the rest of the party members in depth. What company you travel with, I might say. I have come because there is an extremely dire matter we must discuss. You may ask of me anything, friend. I need you to end this war. There was a long silence as Ashtran's welcoming face turned cold as ice. You ask too much. You're fighting the wrong enemy. Listen to him. Are you on the side of the elves, Polymo? The rumors of you being expelled from the council are true. Calm yourself. You know better than anyone that we are like-minded. I would not ask this if the world didn't depend on it. What is this talk of the elves not being our enemy? They slaughtered us and will continue to do so if we don't put an end to them. You have to listen to us. You're making a dire mistake. I cannot believe you've betrayed the Empire. It's not betrayal, Ash. The demons are behind this war and I have proof. There is no honor in what you are doing. Ashtran hesitated as if honor was very important to him. The elves killed my son. You must understand. Polymesho sighed and leaned into his staff. The boiling anger in the party simmered in light of the general's grief. You're seeking to kill all elves for the act of one. They are the same, all of them. Ray twitched violently but kept silent. Then we must prove that they are not. Ashtran said nothing and turned his back on the party. The guards almost pushed them all out of the tent and away from the encampment. They would have to find some way to convince Ashtran that not elves were like the one who murdered his son. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and defend farms. Why not? Get into a little battle here, get some money. Goblin Wizard. Ray. Can we strike through kill? No, do a whirlwind. Wow, good damage there. I think a paralyzed 2 should kill. And paralyze. Very nice. Fireball. Getting a little choppy here. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Defended the farms. We got a standard short sword, 91 gold. Small amount of XP. And become one more popular in Horus. Let's go ahead and save episode 12 and collect a bounty 3 versus 3. Let's go this group. Alright, we're fighting brigands. Ooh. No paralyzation. Hope I didn't get in over my head. We should be okay. Strange choppiness. I don't understand why, because the game is not that demanding. Oof. Wow. This is bad. Polymesho. Let's go ahead and give a medium healing potion. Dang, she might die here. There's a kill. So we had to do what we had to do, use a potion there. Only 44 gold. More popular. Let's go ahead and defend the farms again for easy gold. This is very easy gold. Just wish I could get the proper performance out of the game. Alright, another standard short sword, 96 gold. Negligible XP, pretty much. The party found General Ashtran in the battle tent once again. He eyed the party painfully as if he couldn't stand the sight of them. Why have you returned? You have to listen to us. You're making a dire mistake. I cannot believe you've betrayed the Empire. It's not betrayal, Ash. The demons are Find some way to convince him. I don't know what that could be right now. Vorklair, I'm not sure what that's about. Dark Elves, Grandtree. Let's head to Grandtree. They breached the forest as they would normally, but the elves were highly on edge. Mirth's flower was the only thing that let them pass through unharmed. Saren felt uncomfortable with the tension in the air. Even the trees seemed to have burning eyes that followed him as he walked. It only got worse as they walked into Grandtree. All of the residents stopped to scowl at the human party members. It wasn't long before the elves began to shout awful things at them. Filth, go back to your blood capital. Ignore them, you're with me. Saren felt stronger with his mistress by his side, but it didn't keep the words from hurting. They were close to Mirth's residence when someone shouted a war cry behind them. They turned to see an enraged elf charging a Polymesha with a long blade. Saren took immediate action and sprang to the wizard's defense. He managed to parry the elf's attack with a loud clank. The other elves watching started hollering indistinguishably, but almost as if they were rooting for Saren's death. It was chaos then. Other elves swarmed the group and they fought back. Review your party setup. Same group. Elf druids, we're gonna have to take them out as quick as possible. Strike through. Can't strike through. Whirlwind.
Guide my weapon.
Disgusting creature.
Disgusting creature.
Watch it.
Wow. She's weakened, but still doing pretty decent damage. And slowed. Stinging swarm. Nice. Why are there imbeciles everywhere I go? Got an emerald. There's our emerald back. 69 gold. The elves stopped shouting when Saren plunged the sword deep in the belly of the last attacker. It was quiet while he died. Stay away from him. You took my brother. You killed him. You... Murderers. Murderers. He attacked us first. But that didn't stop the mob of elves from grabbing Saren by his hair and yanking him into submission. The rest of the party members were held at weapon point and escorted deeper into the forest. We did nothing wrong. Free us. They were dragged in front of a familiar tree. Elders, we have criminals for judgment. A group of old elves gave their attention to the group. Their crime? Self-defense. Quiet. What is this? Loren? Saren? To their relief, Mirth appeared from the inside of the tree and rushed forward. Please, set this matter straight. These people are not our enemies. Release them. They have murdered one of our own. We were attacked. I was too strong. Murderer. No. Elders, you are not thinking clearly. All see before you is a human, and not a person much like you. Your laws clearly have accommodations for those who acted in self-defense. But that does not matter now. I invoke my right to pardon him and all of Loren's group. So says the forest. All of the elves murmured unpleasantly, upset with the turn of events. You have never once exercised that power in your reign as Elder Druid. You insult us by using it now. I'd rather insult you than take an innocent life. The elders silently seethed until they finally waved for the guards to release Saren. You have your pardon. Take your humans and your enemies. The crowd dispersed, leaving the group alone with Mirth by the large tree. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be alive. Loren helped Saren from his bindings. The elders, they will not listen to reason. I have exhausted all of my resources, all of my magic, and every ounce of persuasion in me, but they still refuse to believe that the humans did not start this war.
Then our nations are not dissimilar. The council refused to believe me as well, even though I was once the most trusted man in their company. They wish to see the human race extinct so badly.
I hardly think that is a fair statement, given how the Empire has made several actual movements to cleanse the world of the elves. Calm yourselves. Do not forget that our goal is peace between your two races.
I apologize.
The truth of the matter is that the elders cannot believe that the demons would instigate the war. They believe they are not capable of such a plan, as the only time in history they were ever clever enough was under the rule of Faust.
My point exactly. They are never organized, but the one demon superior enough to do the impossible was Faust himself. There are too many connections to ignore.
I've told them the theory that Faust has returned, but they refuse to believe that, too.
Why the blast not?
Because of the manner that Faust was originally defeated. He is a possessed suit of armor, and when he was first defeated in the old war, his armor was entombed and sealed permanently.
Is it possible that the seals have failed? Only the greatest wizards would have the magic capable of reversing that magic.
The seals were made by men. Only the gods have perfection in what they do. We need your people to end this war and make a treaty with the Empire. What will it take? The elders are not fools and will see reason in time. They are frightened at the moment, so I believe if we show them solid proof that Faust has risen again, then they will reconsider this war.
All we have to do is prove that Faust is alive, without a doubt.
Convince the elders that Faust is still alive. But those old guys made sure that would never happen, didn't they?
Yes, I was there. I was part of the team that brought him down. You must know, however, that his armor is indestructible. The only way to keep him from being reanimated is to keep the pieces of his suit far away from each other.
That is all the security this world has been afforded, just keeping the parts separate. It is no great wonder that he happens to walk again.
Mind you, we used everything in our power to make sure that the pieces were sealed away permanently.
If the seals were permanent, then how could he possibly be alive? Polymesha was silent for a long moment, unable to admit that his magic might have failed.
Faust is a greater demon than we could have imagined. He is capable of tricking all of us, it seems. I do not know how else to bring him down, but at least our previous method worked for some time. You must admit that the world has been free of Faust's existence for a while, thanks to the Archwizard.
We cannot deny the service that Polymesha and his team have given us, and they are due quite a bit of respect. But the matter now is how we prove to the forest elders that he is alive again.
If it only takes getting the pieces of the armor together again to reanimate him, then wherever they were stored must have been breached, right? We can prove that.
I do believe you're onto something there, Saren.
That is an idea. We can go to one of the tombs where a piece of his armor is kept and see if it is missing.
Are the elders going to come with us all the way there? That's not necessary. Mirth can just use her power of farsight to share her eyes with the elders. Yes, I do have the ability to let them see what I see. This is the best idea we have at the moment, so I think we should go through with it. Does that sound good, Majesty? Very well. If this is the only way to convince your elven leaders to stop this war, then we will rely on Polymesha to show us where Faust's armor should be.
In interest of stopping the bloodshed, I will not object. The pieces of Faust were entombed in the mountains, so we will need to find one of them.
I'm sorry, Archwizard, but I can tell you right now that just one tomb will not be enough to convince the elders otherwise. Polymesha narrowed his eyes and gripped his staff tighter. Look at that expression.
If we must, we will travel to as many tombs as necessary. I pray your elves regain their senses quickly, as there are more important matters.
I will work only as their vessel. It is not up to me to decide, so you needn't look at me that way. Let's find these tombs before this war destroys us all. They left the forest to search the mountains. They were not sure what they hoped to find. Faust's remains, proving he was not alive and that the world did not need to fear him, or nothing, proving that he was alive and that the current war should end. Neither would be the end of all threats. Oh, wow. Crypt 3, Crypt 5, Crypt 2, Crypt 4. Wow. This is wild. This game really opened up. This is so cool. Let's see. Maybe we should head to Chambera's hut. Loren and Saren led the party through the murky waters of the unforgiving swamps.
Why did we come back here again? My nose is about to fall off from the blasted stench.
For the last time, dwarf, to seek out the shapeshifter. A wet dwarf isn't exactly perfume either. They wound up in front of Chambera's hut for the second time. Just like before, it showed no signs of being lived in.
I'll go first.
Saren knocked on the door, but no one answered. Eventually, he pushed it open. The inside was just as luxurious as when they had last found it, but Chambera was nowhere in sight. Where is she? Has she shapeshifted again? Chambera, we are friends. We just came to talk. Everyone was silent as they eyed every insect, chair, and candlestick for any signs of the witch, but nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Witch, are you here?
Maybe she actually isn't here this time.
There was still no response from anything.
She is not here. We have wasted our time and we should abandon her completely. No witch should be among our ranks.
The continuing silence proved that indeed the house was empty. The party had no other way of contacting her. This was a waste of time. Let's go. The party piled out of the house and back into the muggy swamp. Hold on. There are 2 sets of footprints going off in that direction. Ray pointed out the tracks on the ground where the party had not walked. But who was the second person? Loren pulled out her sword and followed the footsteps. Let's find out. As they hunted for signs of Chambera, they picked up the scent of a campfire and followed it deep into the marsh. After some time, they finally found a campsite ahead in the trees. They could even hear a voice. Excuse me. Now, be nice, sugar. There was a man clad in unusual clothing and an enormous sword hung across his back. They crept close as silently as they could. He appeared to be tending to a pet snake in a cage, but the snake was hissing at him. You're going to have to do better than that to scare me. The snake morphed into a giant scorpion. They instantly knew that it was Chambera and the man had captured her. You've already done that one. Tisk tisk. Use your imagination. The visage of Chambera finally appeared as she pounced onto the cage's bars in anger. When I get out, I'm going to scratch that smile off your face. By then, Loren was directly behind the man with her sword nearing his neck. Let her go. He turned around lazily, looked Loren up and down, and then adjusted his hat. Lose your way, gorgeous. Loren made an inhuman sound. Saren quickly stepped up to her side.
You're in possession of our friend and you will let her go right now.
I can get out of here on my own. Go away, please. She does not want our help. We'd be going against her wishes if we free her. Do we have Mirth on the team? We do. Did we ever check her druid skills? Yeah. Yeah, we gave her Nature's Touch healing. Quiet, shapeshifter. You will accept our help and like it. Whoa, no. This wily thing is mine. I captured her fair and square. She wasn't hurting no one. Let her go. Her types are a crime against nature. I'm just doing everyone a favor. So why don't you just turn around and head on home? Everyone spread out and surrounded the witch hunter. After a brief staring contest, he realized that he was considerably outnumbered. So that's how it's going to be, huh? Just my luck. He looked back at the cage and winked at Chambera. Don't worry, honey. We'll meet again. Chambera heaved to emphasize how disgusted she was, but the man took no notice and found his way quickly out of the campsite. He disappeared into the dark of the swamps. They moved to free Chambera from her cage, but before they could reach it, she slipped from the cage by herself. Loren and Saren blinked in surprise. Why were you in that cage if you could have escaped any time you wanted? I told you guys to leave me alone. I had it under control. Didn't look like everything was going according to plan on our side. Letting people think they have power over you when they don't is the best trick in the book. Keeps them from finding out your real weakness. It's over now. Who was that man and why did he have you locked up? You're joking, right? He was obviously a witch hunter, and a particularly revolting one at that. This one's been after me for years. So boring. Raven is his name. Forget him. Why are you here? I want my swamps back. Go away. Chambera started walking away back towards her house. Come back here. We need to speak with you. She didn't stop or even slow, so Loren was forced to run after her and talk while walking. Please, I would like you to fight in my army. Nah. Loren gritted her teeth, unsure how to deal with such a response. People rarely refused her much. We saved your life. Excuse me? You saved my what? The world is at war and we need you to fight. Why do I care? This war is going to affect you too. You thought the witch hunters would stop, but they clearly haven't. There's no reason for you to do nothing anymore. You think you have me figured out, do you? Don't forget your precious empire and elves would burn me at the stake just as soon as any witch hunter. You can cast magic commonly associated with demons. It would be difficult to convince the Empire you are not evil, yes. But she is not evil. She helped me find my mother. No, they're right. I'm evil. Does not matter what you are. You will be dead if you do not fight. Fight with us and we will protect you. Chambera sighed and crossed her arms. You guys are as annoying as that hunter. But we don't wish you harm. She groaned and threw her hands up. If I have to choose between being hogtied by that filthy lout or nagged to death by you guys, I'll just have to choose the lesser evil. Good. Under one condition. Okay, what is it? You have to get rid of Raven for me. He knows where my home is, and no witch hunters get to know that and just walk away. You know, like you completely let him do. We should be able to do that, mistress. Yes, we agree. Yippee! You've acquired Chambera's personal quest, Stop Raven. Defeat the witch hunter Raven in Lothark to prove Chambera to join. Chambera begrudgingly joined the group as they left the swamps. Loren promised that she would be protected from anyone who sought to hurt her, even allies. Her magic would prove too useful and her knowledge too vital, as the best way to fight an enemy is to know all about them. We didn't get to do her levels, but... what if we go back to Chambera's hut? Nobody's home. Lothark. Okay, we'll get into a random encounter. Oh, he's got pretty good defense. Whirlwind. I'm really loving this game, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. It's quite the goodie. I'm surprised there haven't been more RPGs made in this style that copy this game, because I think they could be wildly successful. But I guess it's hard when this game has 2 novels worth of dialogue. You know, that doesn't come around every too often. Having a writer on your team that wrote 2 novels in one game, essentially. That's what this is. There's 2 novels worth of dialogue and story, and good dialogue and story. 2 aquamarines, 59 gold, some XP. In Lothark, they did not have to look far for their witch hunter. Numerous people were able to point the party in the direction of Raven's whereabouts. He was currently staying at the local inn and tavern. He's a popular fellow, Chambera snorted. If he is in the tavern, should we strike him down? Sure. I don't think that is wise. We're likely just to end up in jail. Again. Whatever, have it your way, so long as he eventually dies. Must we kill him? I believe we can talk him out of hunting for you instead. That's impossible. But if we could? We're wasting time. Look, I'll transform into something small so that I can follow you, but once we're in there, I can't help you. So don't screw this up. Chambera instantly reduced in size and transformed into a black cat. Oh, she's so cute now. Draco bent down to pet the cat, but it hissed at him. Yikes. Still moody, though. Leave her alone and let's go. I think I hear him already. Oh, we're going right in. Loren led the group into the tavern next to them. The cat weaved in between their legs, hopped up on a table, and inconspicuously started licking its fur. There. Saren pointed across the room to a boisterous man dressed in the same peculiar clothes they had found in the swamp. Hey, what do I gotta do to get some service in this rotten place? He slammed his tankard on the table with a loud thud. The barmaid scurried over to get it, but when she turned to refill it, Raven smacked her on the rear. She squealed and tossed his drink back at him. He shot up. Watch it! He shook his hat before placing it on his head. Blasted wench, almost ruined my hat. Loren's hands tightened on her swords, but Saren hoped that she wouldn't attack, not in here. No one can take a compliment these days. Think fast. He flipped a golden coin at the insulted barmaid. It bounced off of her into the floor. Raven headed for the door, causing the party members to suddenly act like patrons and hide their faces. The witch hunter thankfully passed them without noticing. Come on, we have to follow him. They followed Raven in secret as he traveled through the city. He threw lazy greetings at people as he passed and tipped his hat to especially beautiful women. So far, they were successfully undetected. He then left the city entirely and walked into the nearby woods, piquing their interest. Perhaps he had a campsite he was returning to. After quietly sneaking behind him far into the area, he stopped and adjusted his hat. All right, now that we're out of the city, it's about time to explain to me why you're trailing me. Saren sucked in a breath, so he knew all along he was being followed. Loren stepped out of hiding first and confronted him. Raven casually turned around, looking slightly amused. We're here to stop your hunt on the witch, Chambera. Oh yeah? What's in it for you? She here right now? What is she this time, a crow? Enough chatter. Loren took out his swords, but Saren rushed forwards. We won't kill you if you promise to give up witch hunting. That's adorable. No, sir, no way. I'm not that much of a pushover. Saren sighed, still fixed on finding a peaceful solution, even though his patience was already thin. There had to be a way to reason with him. I don't understand. Why do you want to hunt witches? Because they're evil. It's the same reason you hunt down demons without a second thought. Bad things deserve to be punished. It's a decent thing to do. Saren didn't believe him. Raven thought himself above decency back in the tavern, so there had to be another reason. Go ahead and save here. Fortune. All you want is money. There's good coin to be had for the head of a dark witch. You're low on funds and you need another kill. Am I right? That was an awfully big assumption about me. What else do you think you know? We know enough. We watched you at the tavern. You were very rude. You must not have been looking at me then. Do you bother women often, Raven? What in inferno are you talking about? Boy, you better check yourself. There had to be more to it. Selfishness? Has your ego become too inflated by your hunting fame that you think you can treat people however you want? Why are you asking all these blasted questions? You think I'm just going to give up my career because you asked me? You deserve better. Forget hunting. Why have your life revolve around murder and death? You could do so much more with your life. Murder and death. That sounds like an alright time. Boys? Heavily armed men stepped out from behind the trees with crooked grins on their faces. It's gonna be a pity killing such fine-looking people, but, well, that's just how the story goes. First you, then the shapeshifter, all in a day's work. Loren gladly rushed into battle. I hope we didn't get in over our head with Chambera's personal quest. This might be too hard. We'll see. 522, 2 Dark Elf Scouts, 2 of these tough brigands. Wow. Yeah, this... They all have faster speed. Yeah, we got in over our heads again, guys.
Out of our way.
I think. Draco. Ray. Karen. Don't you have a healing spell? Thought you did. Give you a potion of minor healing. Wow. Loren. Attack. Karen. Whirlwind. I'm gonna give her a medium vial. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and light a smoke. And hopefully we're still alive. Okay, Draco. Nice. Wow, not much damage. I still say we're in over our head. Polymesha, let's try that. Paralyze 3. Loren. Ooh, nice kill.
Allow me. Watch it.
Dang. Whirlwind. Saren. Or Loren. Nice critical. Very timely. Very nice. We may be able to do this. Ray. Go ahead and use a potion on yourself. Karen. Focus target 2. Oh, killed me. But we should be able to do this as long as he can't do anything too crazy. Ooh, made him confused. Oh no, he's focused. Focus target.
I know this is slightly uncomfortable.
That focus target is really paying dividends. She's getting many turns because of her speed. I think we're gonna do it.
Let's be
Move on. Leather braces, Raven's bandana. Nice. 5 damage, 2 magic. Wow, 2 amethysts, 183 gold. Good XP. Very good. Ah, blast it. Raven clutched his chest and fell to the ground. His hat rolled off him and his body stilled. Stop Raven, 300 extra XP. Wow, 4 level ups. See how long we've been playing? 39 minutes, so I guess we can go ahead and do these level ups. Level up for Loren. Let's go ahead and save as episode 12. Let's see. You already have that. What is this arrow? I don't get this arrow. Rally 2, knockdown, wide slash, no mercy. Let's go ahead and get knocked down. Wait, a staggered enemy for critical hit, 40% chance of weakening. Yes, let's get no mercy. Let's go strength, skill, will. Level up for Karen. Karen! Will and strength. Level 7 for Ray. Strength, skill. Skill. And a Polymesho. Will. Cool. He's been dealt with. Now to tell Cham. A cat hissed next to Loren. When she looked down, the cat transformed into Chambera. Finally! That could not have taken any longer. I'm sorry, I thought we could talk him out of it. Good going. Chambera's eyes had shifted from being hostile to invasive as they roamed around Saren's body. He shifted uncomfortably. We've kept our deal. You'll fight alongside us now, correct? She crossed her arms and sighed. Only for a little while. The swamp will devour my home if I'm not back soon. After Phos is defeated, you may do as you wish. Chambera, Mage Necromancer. Let's check out Necromancers. They're not necessarily evil, even if they follow the cult of the dead. They are good all-around magic users, knowing spells from all 5 of the magic circles. All of their spells are deadly and affect several targets at once, making them very powerful offensive magic users. She's also got skill. We've got Heat Blood. Hits a full row of enemies with fire damage for 150% of base attack, 15% chance of causing burning, and it goes all the way to 250%. Swamp 1, same thing but with water damage and frozen. Suffocate, air damage and weakness. Death Trap, earth damage and shattered. And she's got Soul Rat, which is dark damage and poisoned. And she can go mage. Cures 1 ailment. Let's go ahead and get dark damage 2, soul rot 2. Let's go ahead and get something water damage, which we don't have. Swamp 1. And then soul rot 3. Now let's go Swamp 2. And will, skill, strength, will, skill, strength, will, skill. No, will. Chambera stepped into the ranks of Loren's army, now a full member of the party. She would always remind them of her desire to go back home, but she never failed to do her part. As she spent more time with the group, her realization of the situation grew, and so did her willingness to help, even if she had to mask it. Cool. Next time we'll camp. So I'll go ahead and camp now. We've got a whole wily crew here. Want to thank you guys for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the episode and in turn are enjoying the LP. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you guys. Much love, peace, and joy. Next time we will continue our hunt for all sorts of stuff. Just go wherever the wind takes us. So hope you'll join me for that. In the meantime, guys, take care. Be well. And see you guys next time, hopefully. Hopefully you'll tune back in. Bye-bye now.